PodCast. I'm your host, Max. Right next to me, my lovely host, literally right next to me.
Ashley Nicole.
And I go by the name Tina Yao, the Chinky Eyed Solstice.
And our very, very special guest, Neef Buck, one half of the Young Gunz. What's good, Neef?
You didn't like that intro?
No, this is cool.
Oh, okay.
You froze up.
No, this is organic. I want it to be live. I want it to be funny. I want it to be humorous.
All right.
Yeah, like.
So for whoever don't know you, just brief.
Well, he said it.
Well, first and foremost, we have a special gift for you.
Oh man, you got me gifts. You bring
Kind
me
of like
gifts.
a surprise. Kind of like
Yes.
you're gonna be like, oh snap.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
I don't know. Well, first time you and I met was in the Bronx for your birthday. So I don't know if you remember, but I told you that I had a surprise.
I don't remember.
Okay, so hopefully I'll bring it back.
Even though it's 2018.
Right. Classic.
Maybe tell them what she just pulled out.
So yes,
Tough
we
Love.
pulled out the album.
Hard copy CD of Tough Love. My first debut album, Rockefeller Records / Def Jam.
I feel like
Hard
you're like,
copy.
I feel like
We
you're
don't
like
do that
tuned
anymore.
in. So how does that make you feel like looking at the CD? Like
This
Where's the CD at?
It's in there.
It's in there. This is a classic. You know, back in the days, just opening up a CD and going through the booklet and reading the credits and different things, the thank yous. You know, you appreciated hard copies back then. It was something special. You know, so I definitely appreciated the pictures and stuff, and seeing how young I was and stuff like that. And it's helped change my life. It's my first baby. You know what I'm saying?
What was your favorite song on there?
Tough Love.
Tough Love.
The actual,
obviously.
Tough Love record featuring Denim.
How old you were when you did the album? You was like 16, 17?
No. We was down with, see, a lot of people get that confused because they remember Jay saying Chris is only 16 on Hot 97. But we was down with them guys for a long time, ripping and running and traveling, doing tours, and we did the first 2 State Property albums and the first 2 State Property movies. And then me and Chris did a Young Is in Charge mixtape, which had Can't Stop, Won't Stop on it. And Biggs, one of the CEOs from Rockefeller Records, he got DJ Enough to host it. DJ Enough took a liking into Can't Stop, Won't Stop, started playing it on Hot 97. Rockefeller white labeled it. Def Jam, caught it up after that. And, later, like, just Grammy nominated. Just, so much came from that record. It changed. It made us in demand and to be able to drop an album on our own. And it came time for, it was about the Young Gunz at that time, you know what I mean? Because we didn't know. We didn't, like, a lot of people, like, when we was first getting down and first signed our contracts, they had a lot of people that they wanted to sign from Philly to Rockefeller Records, like Freeway, Oskino, and Sparks. Petey came a little later, but they wanted to sign all of us, and we really didn't know each other. And nobody really had like release dates or stuff like that. They didn't know when they was gonna come out. Everybody was just working, still sharp as steel. Everybody just grinding it out, and you didn't know when you was gonna get your just due. And Freeway lucked up and got on 1-900 Hustler, so we just knew how big that impact was, and it was on a Dynasty, that album. So it was like 2 million at the time. I can imagine what it is today, but that album sold like 2 million, and we just knew Freeway was gonna be next. So
Freeway.
Yeah, and then we was after that. We set it up, and we like Freeway was like a big part of, I guess you could say, State Property 1. And then me and Chris was working, so we was a big part of State Property 2, the Chain Gang. A lot of our records we took from our album to put on there. Certain records, BB Gun, Can't Stop, Won't Stop was originally on that. You know what I mean? So we took that and,
I just want to know, why does she have that album, though? Why do you still have it?
I
Not to say
mean,
it's a bad thing, but like, I want to know her perspective.
What's the story behind it?
Yeah,
I mean,
now.
the music spoke for itself. I liked it. I bought it. That was when you had to run to what was it, Sam Goody? You didn't have iTunes. You didn't
Stop by
have
Sam
Tidal.
Goody.
You had to
Yo,
go to
where's
the
my
store.
hoodie?
And when I got that, I needed a ride to go to the store. So it took effort. And so I really wanted to bring this because I wanted you to be reminded that, you know, you have fans from back then, and we still have these physical copies. And moving forward, artists now who come out don't have things like this. So this is something that, you know, you want to keep. It's a collector's item.
Right. Exactly. You couldn't said it any better.
I wanted to say that, like, do you wish CDs were still a thing?
Yeah, I like I said, I used to like to, you know, to read things, you know, see the pictures, and that's what you look for. Like maybe before you even pop the CD in, you would go through the cover and see the pictures and see, you know, the producers and who worked on the song.
Yeah.
And the thank yous, that was so dope to us. I remember having to get our thank yous together and stuff like that. And Sherry calling us, yo, y'all gotta get y'all thank yous.
And now it's just like, here, listen to the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything digital.
Who is Neef Buck from this album until today's album?
Just like on every project, I think I just show maturity. You know, it's different trials and tribulation, adversity. You know what I'm saying? Just being a grown man and having different responsibilities. You know what I mean? Right here, I didn't have this many responsibilities as I have today. You know, just growth with everything. Just life changes. You know, stuff like that. But I'm still my morals and principles and the things that I believe in kind of still the same. You feel what I'm saying?
You didn't age.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You look exactly the same, just a little more facial hair.
I appreciate that.
Will we ever get Tough Love too?
Hopefully. I just want to make sure it's right. It's like, you know how like some movies, like not to throw nobody under the bus, but like, you know how like Belly was so instrumental and so dope, then they tried to do a part 2. It's like, why y'all do it? Why y'all mess that up like that? Like Carlito's Way 1, and then they tried to do a part 2. It's like they fucked up
Yeah.
I wouldn't say fucked up the legacy of it, but it kind of, it's like, so I didn't really want to touch the name unless it was like it. I'm not a person that just try to do shit just because it sound good or just because it's like, just to do it. It really got to mean something. And this album, like, it stands alone, like the things that we was going through, making it, losing a lot of friends, and just us coming, you know, like being students of the music industry and in the streets. That's why we got the desks in the middle of the streets. This picture is in New York too somewhere. Oh. So we got the desks. Shout out to Sherry Byron. She one of the ones that came up with this idea. You know.
If you, I don't want to get to one of the songs on it. One of the songs you have by yourself. That's right. Well, how did that song come about?
It was
that song right there.
Me and Chris just wanted to have a solo record on our album, a piece, and I just went in regular. It wasn't really like overthought or nothing like that, but it was just, you know, a lot of people like that record. It's you know, it's not one of my favorites, but a lot of people like that record.
That's the record. When I heard that, that's when I knew that you could spit.
Right.
That's the song right there. That I classified.
It's more dark. It's a more dark record. To me, I think you like dark records because you was just saying something about on Forever Do Me Nine. So I know you like dark records, and that's funny because it's not the same, but it's some similarities. Like something I can paint a picture and I can make a video like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you know.
So I was saying, how was it like being under Jay Z, Dame, and all of them? Like, what did you learn from Jay Z?
Just learned so much, you know, just the work ethic, and just remaining humble, man, and just like the things they instilled in us, like just like the work ethic, and just being humble and being a businessman, being a man of your word. Like Jay, every meeting I ever had with Jay, he was there before me. I was on time, but he was there early. You know what I'm saying? Being as though, and it's funny because this position that he's in the position I'm in. So that just, you know, just being a man and having taking your responsibilities And, you know, whatever you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hustle don't stop. So, you know, but it was super dope being under them as CEOs because we felt as though they was just like us. And it was like, they gave me leeway to have so much input into the albums and to just doing whatever we wanted to do. You know, any ideas I came with or anything that I was fighting for, I basically got it. And it wasn't always right because I picked Friday Night to be our second single from off of this, and it didn't do good. But I fought for that. But like, you know, like
why you fought for that record?
I just liked the record. I just thought it would be dope. I used the fucking House Party 2 concept for the video. It was trash. It ain't, you know. But these are things that I fought for, so I couldn't be mad at nobody but myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You live and you learn. I don't regret it, but you know, anything I ever did, I believed in it. Like I never sold publishing, nothing like that throughout my whole career. I just really believed in it, and I, you know, wanted to roll the dice. Like I wouldn't even do it if I didn't believe it and think that it was going to win or work. But Biggs wanted to go with what he wanted to go with? He wanted to go with what is it?
I Can't Stop, right?
He wanted to go with, hold up, I can't even find it. Grown Man.
Grown Man.
And we should have did that. He wanted to go right back to the ladies. And I was probably just caught up in the Just Blaze wave, Just Blaze era.
Yeah, Just Blaze.
But the crazy part is, Friday Night is one of the biggest records, a really, really big record in China. Just Blaze always come and tell us, like, yo, y'all got to go out there.
To this day?
To this day.
Wow.
It's super duper big over there. You know what I'm saying?
So are you going to go out there?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Any promoters from over there, over the water, get at us. You know what I'm saying?
Good question. How do you feel that your music could reach that far?
Oh, it's lovely. It's like when we was just touring or going over to London and stuff like that, and the way people react to us, I think over the water they really appreciate it more because it's not like, you know how you from New York, you see stars every day, all day. You feel what I'm saying? It's really not, you know, so crazy, but over there they appreciate it so much more because they don't get it all the time. For an artist to come, perform, and do stuff like that, so they appreciate it and they got a different type of love for it. Like it's really hip hop heads in like China and London and, you know, Japan and all.
Korea.
They go, you know,
They go crazy over there.
they serious. Like they're really, you know,
because they can't get
into
you guys on demand. Like
that. It's a little different.
It's human. It's not tangible, so you're gonna appreciate it when it comes.
Let me give these ladies some questions before we drive back. They're like, oh, Max, you was taking all the questions.
No, not really. I just want to jump into your new project, Forever Do Me, right?
Nina
So
Ross,
let's
The
just
Facts
start
of Life.
Where did Forever Do Me stem from? Like, when did you say, like, what happened that you were like, all right, Forever Do Me? Like,
The first Forever Do
because I know
Me,
you have like 9 projects.
the first like 1, 2, and 3, I was doing like other people beats over. I was really treating them like mixtape form.
Yeah.
And I came across a beat on the first project. It was like a game beat. I don't remember the name of game song, but like, you know, I used to buy the CDs that had all the beats on them, all the
Yes.
instrumentals,
Yeah.
mixtape John. So it said game. I forget the name of the song originally was called, but when I got it, the sample and the hook part, it sounded like it was saying "Forever Do Me." That's what I took from it. So I named the freestyle "Forever Do Me." I just freestyled on it, just rapped on it, and then when it came time for me to have the title to the mixtape, I named it "Forever Do Me." It's just anybody that followed my career since day one or know anything about me, that's just my personality. That's what I stand for. I just always been like that. You know, I've always been a leader. You know, that's just how I always, whatever I believed in, that's what I went for. I stood for something.
There wasn't like anything specific that you were like, all right, no. Like, did you try kind of like
different names?
No, did you try like working with other people and you was just like, no, this doesn't work. Like, I have to do my own thing.
No, it was just, I just felt like doing a project at the time. It wasn't, it's my partner on there. I don't remember. I got to go through the track listing. But there's people on there. I don't think a lot of people, but I think my partner, maybe my brother, Pooter Brown. But it wasn't a thing like
It was not impersonal. It was just like,
nah.
I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah, I just at the while I was just like, I stopped making music for a while, and my partner was still working, and I just was like, it may be a time where we do another Young Gunz album, and I just didn't want to have him doing a bunch of solo things and working, and I wasn't doing nothing, because when we got back together, I wanted to be special. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted us both to have a brand and both be having content out there, so when the people see us back together and make records, it's just like, you know, bigger.
But did you think it's about that time or not yet? Or you want to give it more time? That you guys
It just got to be right.
Got to be right.
Everything just the
right.
feeling. It's like we can make a bunch of records, but if it don't feel right to me, I'm not ready, and I'm not like in a position where I just would throw something out just to make some money.
Of that.
Yeah, I'm not into really like, you know, just doing anything to make money or to get any attention or something like that. It's just got to be right. It just got to feel right. So we can put records together. We do plenty of records. I could just take the records that we do. We got records on each other projects and just package it up and just put it out and just like Young Gunz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that
ain't real out. Whatever.
There won't be no tough love on there.
Yeah. But with anything, not even the tough love, just a Chris and Neef Young Gunz project. I'm just not just going to do it just to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just got to feel right. Everybody got to be on the same page about everything.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. In your new, like, in your past projects too, you talk a lot about friendships and enemies. So, like, you said, you was like, and I'm quoting you, like, you was like, first they diss you on social, squash it, and then want to post you. So my question is, did you mean someone being your friend before the money and they dish you and then after they want to post you, or does it all happen when you like get popping and they
that's just
want to dish you and then be on some other?
That's just the facts of life of today, society, and today with social media. Like I see everybody deal with that, and like I never dealt with that because when somebody do certain things, I just distance myself. You know what I'm saying? Certain people you gotta love from a distance, or just, you know, my mother and my sister name is Kim, so I'm a firm believer in keeping it moving. You got that? Did you get that? Okay.
I got it. Are there any like friendships you surprised that you lost, like you had to like move away from?
All the time, because I outgrew a lot of people that I came up with.
Yeah.
You know, you outgrew, and it's life. There's nothing wrong with it. You know,
they might feel like it's something wrong with that, but how you just keep going?
Yeah, for sure. Because there's a lot of like insecurities and like man, I've been around people my whole life that really like love you to death but envy you and hate you at the same time. You got not me, but I know people with family members like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like people got cousins like you growing up and you know you got cousins and their mom getting them the Jordans, all the clothes and everything and that, and your mom can't get you none of that.
Meanwhile,
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That stirs up if you not, you know what I'm saying? But I was fortunate to have an aunt. She did the same things that she did for her kid, for her daughter, all the time. Yeah, for her, you know what I'm saying? We was laced. So I ain't never had those issues.
At first, at some parts you had to struggle.
For sure. I seen both sides.
Both sides.
I tell people all the time, it's like my mom, she, you know, once I got to a certain age to remember, my mom went to school and worked and stuff like that and did what she had to do for us, and regular lifestyle, still on welfare and stuff like that. But when my aunts and uncles was home, when they wasn't incarcerated, we was the rich kids in the neighborhood. We had everything laid out. You feel what I'm saying? I was when Biggie was talking about Versace, I was wearing Versace as a kid. When Biggie was talking about Land Cruisers and Lexus 400, the shit that was in the videos, I was riding around there with my aunts and uncles all day, every day. Like I talked about, I said when Reasonable Doubt dropped, she had the silver GS. All facts. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's real shit. So
what motivated you? Like since you had that. It was good, and I wasn't like struggling. What motivated you? Because you had it good. So.
No, I won't just say I seen both sides.
Okay.
So it was times that I had living that lifestyle, and then it was times that I had probably eat leftover for weeks and stuff like that. And
Leftovers are the best though.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, just go in the store with the WIC note.
Yeah.
Food stamps.
And only having to get certain kinds of juice and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I seen it all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Living somewhere with no furniture.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And
you wanted stability, I guess? Could you
No. I was just getting to where I was just clarifying like that it wasn't just peaches and cream, but where I came up in West Philly at the time, when I was real young, late 80s, early 90s, all the rappers was getting on from West Philly. You got I'm originally from 52nd and Parkside. Schoolie D is from Parkside. You might not know Schoolie D. Y'all might be too young. First original gangster rapper. You seen King of New York movie before?
I just downloaded
King of New York? You never seen the King of New York? Well, King of New York is a classic. That's where Biggie be talking about he Frank White and all that stuff. That's Frank White, the star of that movie. I forget the actor name. You know the actor, man?
Sure, no.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. But no, I'm messing with you. I'm messing. That's my guy. But listen though. So
TV.
Schoolie D did the whole soundtrack. So when you watch the movie, every song that plays is Schoolie D. Then you got Cool C. You got Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. They from up the hill. You got the youngsters. These all people from West Philly, and they was all getting on. So I could see these people. I could touch these people. I can, damn Max. I can, they could ride up on us and give us dollars, and I was seeing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was attracted to that, and I was attracted to the drug dealers from my block. But it's bits and pieces that I took from the music, the rappers, and it's bits and pieces I took from the hustlers. I didn't understand everything that everybody did. Like the hustler part, I loved a lot of things that they did, but one of the things that I couldn't understand, like all the niggas that I knew was getting money in the streets, their mother was damn near on drugs, and their mother was like living on the same block that they was getting all the money on. And they might have wasn't living around there.
Yeah.
And that didn't add up to me.
Yeah.
I always knew and still did me family as a weakness. My mom lived way better than I live. Forever. This been going on since I had enough money on paper to move out the hood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? My mom been out the hood about 14 years, you feel what I'm saying? And that ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about you getting up, it's about you staying up. A lot of people leave and got to come back. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where I get my blessings from, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So you moved out of the hood and you stayed in the hood?
Yeah.
Why was it? Well, I can't say why was that. I understand why was that. But like,
I just told you.
Yeah.
I'm different.
Hello.
I'm a different kind of nigga.
Yeah, different nigga.
Is it something from the hood that attracts you? Like you don't mind being in the hood?
Yeah, that's something like that.
Well, it's like I love leaving and love coming back. It's just sometimes certain things, like sometimes the key is never to live in nobody else's hood. You can always, be your hood, because you gonna like get the news first if there's anything anything to come to you that ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you say to people, like everybody's always trying to make it because they trying to leave the hood, but
not when I say stay in the hood, it's not like stay, like, you know what I'm saying, like staying in the hood like that, like you know what I'm saying,
like being able to come back and being able to be just
do
you.
do what you want to do, because I got a house in my mother's I got a room in my mother's house, other cribs, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, just being able, like I said, it feels good to be a gangster. Just being able to do everything, like, but that's the thing, like, not to get off topic, but how you see rappers, they be like, I be cracking up when I like used to see people like, they was like, I'm in the hood, like, I could never do that, because that's normal as shit. Like if you had a tape, if we had this camera on me in my neighborhood, what's up, Buck? It's nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like me and Chris' highest point or lowest point, we always been the same.
Yeah.
We'd be on a flight. We'd be in London on Tuesday and on Winkahaken on Saturday.
Just like that.
You know what I'm saying? We'd be eating out of the fucking Poppy store and then smoking on a jet, eating, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Lobster. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we was.
So you got the best of both worlds. I mean, best of both worlds, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Let's get to some more serious stuff. Like, what's up with the Philly injustice system? Like, what's going on? Like, how you feel about course, you feel good about me coming home.
Right.
Like, how you feel about that whole situation?
Well,
Just the cops out here. Period. Just,
it's
like,
rough.
It's crazy.
It's rough. It's rough. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's all bad ones, but you know, you run across a lot of ones that's, you know, just trying to get their job done, and really not like innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are stereotyped young black males and you know, in the ghetto or whatever, in the streets or whatever. So they look at us one way already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100% does.
One way is like,
right.
it's times, you know, I might get pulled out the car, search for no reason, just being in this. I can ride through my neighborhood and just get pulled over.
Like still?
They be like, yeah, they be like, yo, you, what you doing down here? You in a neighborhood that's, you know, drug infested or violence or whatever. But just because they seeing a black man, I can have everything straight. And they just pulling out, you know what I'm saying? So, and then they just do what they want to do. I've been in, you know, a lot of situations like that. I done been in situations where as though I was in the Lowe's Hotel on 12th and Market, and Freeway had an event, and we all stayed at the Lowe's, and we all spent the night. It's a wild night. We was like, I was in my own room though. I forget where he performed at the night before, but I woke up and I was like the last one there. Everybody else had left. And something happened where as though I went downstairs to like either extend my room. It was something that I went downstairs to the lobby for, but it was cops down there. And they was saying that they was smelling weed in certain rooms. They kicked everybody out, like Freeway and everybody left. Everybody was gone. But it was a pistol in somebody's room. They put the pistol on me. I went to jail for that.
Oh, you said that part 8, right?
Yeah.
I
No, I say that at 9.
Story.
I said it at 9. I said, what I say? For another man's pistol, what I say? Another man's pistol. Yeah, for another man's pistol, I sat up in the cell, and I never thought to tell Ash Free paid the bell. Free paid my bell. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing. I told you you had to go back up to New York.
Oh, that's another pistol case in New York.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about that one. I was talking about that one.
He talk about that. But I'm just showing you, like, the pistol wasn't in my room. They knew where I was staying at. They knew the room I was in and everything. It wasn't in my room or nothing. They just knew I was part of an entourage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bell was $5,000. A lawyer was like a dime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these are things like you get like probably 70% of the bail money back, but you don't get none of the lawyer fees. Right. So it costs my time going to court. You know what I'm saying? Just not knowing.
Reputation.
Yeah, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a prime example of the shit that be going on. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so if that's you know, that's you know, I wasn't even in the fucking room and they put a pistol on me.
Yeah. I feel like Philly is different.
And then it like you know, I've been locked up a lot of times, but it's nothing like being locked up when you don't know what you locked up for. Because you gotta understand, they didn't tell me when they put the handcuffs on me in the lobby and everything, I didn't know what I was being locked up for. I sat and waited in the roundhouse, went through everything, and then the detective came to my cell and was like, you know what I mean, the pistol or whatever, this, that, and the third. So just imagine that. It's like, not saying there's nothing, but you're more comfortable and understand what you're dealing with.
Right.
True.
But you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know why you locked up. I don't know if a lot of people know that feeling. That's a crazy feeling. Like not knowing. It's just like going to court and you don't know how much time you're gonna get.
Yeah. You
know when people set in and it becomes like nigga can do they bid when they know what they got. But when you go into court and not knowing what's gonna happen, it can stress you the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying?
Especially
but
your first time
when you get your time, all right, you know you gotta go back and do this. Now I'm gonna get dug in. You know what I mean? I know what I gotta do, figure this out. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had to sit before, I knew I was coming home, so it really wasn't no stress on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I'm around people who doing major time. I knew I'm down for a violation. Eventually, I would be home. Like, you know what I mean? So
this was early in your career, or just was like
this all through the career? I was
career?
catching cases all through the shit, all through the shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that was the only one that wasn't yours, like wasn't your fault, or
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Jay not winning the Grammy on his 444 album?
I think it was Grammy material. I think he deserves, but he won so much.
Yeah.
A guy like that, accolades, they cool, but
But because last year when before the album dropped, on Twitter he went on a rant on all the artists that inspire him.
Mm-hmm.
You was one of the artists that he mentioned.
Right.
Type, what do you think that you inspire him? Like what type of thing?
Just still as sharp as steel. We always learned that coming up with Jay and them, and it's just like we've been around them so much, so we all learned from each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like he would spit Philly slang, and we would spit New York slang. I remember when we went up there, we was wearing Guess jeans, and they was like tight, and they was laughing at us. You feel what I'm saying?
And now it's style.
It was like different. You feel what I'm saying? Like way tighter than like what they was wearing up there. Like, you know how the Rockefeller jeans used to be and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. They were wearing stuff like that, like Fat Form and stuff like that. So it was a little bit more, baggy or bigger. And so we learned so much from each other. And Jay took a liking to all of us. That's why you gotta think, it was really he only really had Bleak over there, and the rest of it was like the whole state property. So he took a liking to us, just how we took a liking to him, because me and Chris went to a lot of different labels. First we went to Jay, but we went to a lot of different labels that wanted us after that. You know what I mean? Like, just to say a couple, like Puff and rest in peace Chris Lighty. A lot of people, like everybody that was somebody we went to, and they wanted us to do the deal, but we was just so comfortable with Jay and them. You know what I mean? We just liked the way they moved. They was more like us, and they was willing to let us be us. They wasn't trying to change us. They loved us for who we was. And
How's it like working with Chris?
Music.
Just as a pun, just Chris by himself.
What he do? Once I show him, the format and the whole kit and caboodle. Once I showed him the music shit, he just like I tell everybody. Like, I never told him, or I never asked him. My thing, what I think got him to want to do music is the attention that I got from it. You know what I'm saying? I moved up there when I was like 13, 14 years old. New kid. Like I said, I had all the fucking clothes, all that shit. You know what I mean? From my aunts and all that. So people, just like it is a nigga that's getting money around it. First, the new kid always gonna get some attention. Mm-hmm. Then the new kid got clothes and all this shit. I got PlayStation stacked up. You can ask any of my friend Chris on. I got PlayStation stacked up through the fucking whole house. I sold all my friends their first PlayStations. All of them.
You're a hustler.
I'm talking about they moms. My friend Khalif, his mom begged me. Christmas, she begged me to drop the number for him. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my whole mentality once I moved up there was way different. You know what I'm saying? That what I was instilled in West Philly, my mom gave me a long leash. My step-pop was somebody in my neighborhood, so she always thought I was going to be okay. Okay. If anything happened, my step-pop was like Nino Brown in the neighborhood, so she gave me a long leash. And sometimes she'd be like, to me now, she's like, I apologize for letting you do shit, but that made me the man who I am. You feel what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? But she regret. I don't know if she regret, but she, forgive us for a lot of things that she let us, do at a young age. But it is what it is. But working with Chris, he's that's what he do. That music. You feel what I'm saying? That's his thing. He might not want to do nothing else, but the ones that come to making music, that's what he do.
What's the dynamic between you two? Because I know you're a leader. Are you the more energetic one? Is he the more laid back one? Are you the one who says let's do it and he's with it? What's the dynamic?
It depends. It depends on what you mean by energetic. Like, it comes to business. That's making the music. I make the music, but I'm also like I got like a lot of game from being under Rockefeller. I got to have like access to fucking everything. Like, I'm friends with the video, the person that work video, the person that works marketing. Like, I'm around and they my friends, so I'm picking up on everything. Then I'm learning that motherfuckers that work for the labels, they guarantee money. These people was getting like $400,000 a year, $100,000 bonus and all that. Mm-hmm. We doing all the work all the blood, sweat, and tears, and people are getting paid off of their ideas or assumptions, like if they think this gonna work or whatever, you know what I'm saying, not really knowing. So I took that and like, yo, motherfuckers is getting paid for all types of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I just like I took a liking into, as much as I love making the music, I love the hustle too. I love the business part of it. And Chris thing, he loved to make the music. You know what I'm saying? But that's where we come from. Like Rockefeller, everything that I did was extra. You feel what I'm saying? We had people that did these things. So a lot of people just rapped and everything else was, laid out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we had people that did certain things, but it was just me going into calling Biggs or calling Dame or Jay or whatever. I want to do this. I had a vision about everything that we did. So I would call and saying, I want to do this. I got this idea. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris would be, probably in the studio or doing something else, but I stayed in them offices too. You feel what I'm saying? Like I stayed in them offices, and I looked at it like, like I was saying, like if you work for a Fortune 500 company, you see the big name, when you walk in the building, you don't even know who you're working for. You just come into work, doing whatever you're doing and checking out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a check, you punching in. Yeah. But what if your boss came to your cubicle, take you out to lunch, hang with you, talk to you? You gonna go the extra mile for him. What he need you to do? Right. You feel as though like that's your friend. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So that was my thing. I got that from Dame or whatever. So I used to I developed a relationship like with these people. Like I see my brother doing that. Like my brother came home, never thought about being a trainer, never thought about really working out, and he came home. He every day we're tested. You know what I'm saying? We have trials and tribulations and things that we have to overcome. And he did, he did some time, and he got to see people for who they were and stuff like that. And never, we don't, as Muslims, we don't, hold no grudges or hold no larceny or nothing in our heart. But you get to know what's what or whatever. Yeah. It's, that's every lesson is a blessing. But he came home and start working out and got a gym and blew up in the city of Philadelphia, and all his like friends turned in, like his friends was his clients. And I would go places and he would have like dinners and different things that we was having family members at, and he'd be the clients in there, the people that I was going to the gym and working out with. Yeah. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, he that was his friends, like his clients. And like as a businessman, it has to be like that. You know what I mean?
About to get into the new music. Tina got some questions on the new music.
Forever Do Me 9. Let's talk about 9.
Let's get to the latest.
Just a quick thing before we start. You're independent now, right?
Yes.
No Rock Nation.
So just real quick.
Online with Freeway. That's rumors.
Playing all the time. That's not because I was at the building.
No, it's not that. No picture.
No, Freeway is dropping a new project.
I'm telling you, some third party. I guess
you messing up my interview, dog. Come on, man.
Right. So
This is my guy Max.
So you are right. So what would you say are the pros and cons of being independent? Because you've been signed before.
Right. Oh, you got to do all the work. If you drop that phone one more time, Max. But it make it dope, though. It make it just real. But it's a lot of work. A lot of work.
Being independent.
Yes, it is. But I appreciate it, and I love it. I love the hustle. I love having a vision or setting a goal, and and just getting to it and just making it happen. Mm-hmm. Setting a goal, making a plan, and executing it.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that feeling. I don't give a fuck. Making the records, shooting the videos, the promotion, the advertisement, everything I have a vision for. When I go to a graphic, making the covers, designing the covers, I have a vision for everything that I want to do. Mm-hmm. Everything I have input. I'm proactive on everything that I do. And when that shit comes to life, if I shoot a video with somebody, I write the treatment, say to that, tell the director I want this, that, and the third, blah 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 blah. And if that shit come to life, the way I vision it, shit better than sex. I'm
So
serious.
you know, a lot of artists now are coming up independently. So what advice would you give them? Because you've seen both sides.
Yes, give me the advice.
Just, you know, believe in yourself. Believe in what you do. Love what you do. Every opportunity that comes your way, take advantage of it. Network. Today, the more content is the better. And don't have too much pride. Have fun.
Keep going. I cut you. I actually, when you're done.
You know, have fun and just like making the music when it's like, you know, some people get caught up in trying to have an image before anybody even know you, and they want to be a certain way, but it's hard to like keep up an image that's not really you. So just do you. Try to surround yourself. You like, surroundings mean so much with anything in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you be around people that know more than you and have more than you. You feel what I'm saying? And try to surround yourself around people that in any friendship, marriage, mother and son, brothers, whatever you want to say, in any relationship, you want to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and there's 3 characteristics that I look for in a friend is can I benefit off being your friend? Can you benefit off being my friend? And if we was ever go through anything, you will hold everything sacred. Because the first thing people do when they fall out, they do what women
Especially
do.
now.
Yeah.
Talk about you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a female's trait.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So,
Not all.
I'm offended.
Yes.
but you know what I'm saying? That's where it come from. Like, women like are emotional and stuff like that and do that type and lash out. And like women to say and do anything to try to ravel your feathers.
True.
Lies, make up shit. That's women do, but niggas do that today. You feel what I'm saying? So, if we can benefit off being each other's friend, if we was to have a fallout, you hold everything. And if you can't have those 3 characteristics in for a friend, you should trade it for a hand of dust, because that's what it's worth. And when I say benefit, it's not really financially or something physically. It could be information, support, you know, things like that. Things that will help you in life forever. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know if you ever heard the quote, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And you always seem to be in the right room along every step of your career path.
Yeah. Just with anything, you can go on for like the motherfuckers who got more than you, or just like, just with anything. Like if you around, I said in the I don't know what Forever Do Me is, but I said those you gossip to would definitely gossip about you.
Yes.
If you're around niggas that do that got that type of energy, I felt myself like I was around, like I'm very like in my crew, I'm very like up front, blunt, honest. Sometimes I get looked at as like not bad, but like
Mean.
Judgmental?
everybody can't deal with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Correction ain't punishment, but everybody can't really deal with that because so many people are used to this. We all friends. I feel some type of way about you. I talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you look like the eyeball because you the one. If you got a person with, if you got a problem, if I got a problem with that person, I'm speaking it to everybody in front of, like, to the crew, like in front of you and everything. So I look like I'm wrong.
Right.
Because everybody else is, no, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's talking to the next person. So I'm gonna always look like the fucking eyeball. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Or they post it on Instagram. And
but a lot of times, but I was in situations like that, right? I was in the situations like that so much, I caught myself doing the shit. Whatever you're around, it's going to rub off you, and you might not even dig it. Like you won't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like you be around enough suckers long enough, you'll end up doing sucker shit, and you don't even know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you around people that's doing it, it just feel like it's normal.
Yeah,
Like all the time. That's why you try to surround yourself around solid individuals. And like people, like I always carried myself like all my life I've been looking out for people younger than me, my age, or way older than me. I'm talking about in the streets, hitting them off and everything. But my old heads that I done gave to when I was in the streets, that I done gave work to, my old heads that I'm giving something to that owe me money, he could still send me to the store. He could still, yo, Neef, go get me this from the respect don't change, or what, just because I'm doing, or because I got more than him. You know what I'm saying? Still got the wisdom, the knowledge that I don't have.
Where did that go today? Well, that's not there today. Cause it's
probably the upbringing and the surroundings.
And self-entitlement.
You
know what I'm saying? Your surroundings, it means so much
go to the store for me.
come up.
I was gonna say, how do you keep the same people in your circle? Because I was listening to Drink Champs. I don't know if you're familiar with it, right? Mm-hmm. And Casanova was talking about he feeds the wolves. Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? How do you keep the same people in your circle?
But these is some people, like, I don't even have to be around them. Like, man, Chris probably used to roll with the fucking whole neighborhood. Everybody ain't around no more. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't mean nothing. Niggas gonna always want more.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, niggas always gonna think you got more than what you got and think they deserve something.
Yeah.
So, like, that shit don't mean nothing. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be. Yeah. Everything's in a cut of a law. If it's meant to be, it's written already. And like that's man, the wolves, you can't train a wolf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really train a wolf. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like but like I was saying, a lot of the people that I grew up with, like, I don't have to be around certain people. Like, I know they mothers, I know they family, so it's a different type of love. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Even if I'm not around them, it's just that love. Like, it's just that family. We come up together. I ain't gotta be around you. We might outgrow each other and everything. We might not even hang like that no more. But it's just like it would never be nothing else though. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People just grow and just do different things. That's just life.
Yeah.
So what's up with Forever Do Me 9? What was the thought process behind that? How long did it take you to get that project too?
I don't know. Sometimes what slow me up is just getting the right beats. I'm very like picky when it comes to records. Yeah. I was
gonna get to that too. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but your beat selection's on point from early days.
Yeah, I always been like that. It's like the beat is going to bring out the substance and the content that I want to talk about. So it's like a lot of projects I want to speak on everything, like my different aliases or my different alter egos, Bucky Rogers, Trash Bag King and stuff like that. I can get into a couple different things. So, and like love the women. So I want to have something on a project. I come from an era when a full body of work, it was like something, every song don't sound alike. It's different, like substance about just life and different shit. So I'm real picky with my beat selection, and that's what takes the time. And sometimes I get in a certain mood. Like this project, I just I bottled everything up that was going on with me probably in the past, but it touches really on a lot of things that inspired in 2017. And I just like, it's not really nobody on a project. One of my little cousins do a hook. Raheem Devon is on a like a little bridge, and another guy, what's his name? Buck, I'm out of pocket. Jemiah is on another hook. So it's really no rappers on there like that. Mm-hmm. And it just came about because I was just in like Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Tupac Zone. Mm-hmm. And it's just like I was just banging out the records. Any record that I do, like on 8, when I had a lot of features, like Jada Kiss, for instance, on I remember when I sung that to Kiss, he called me. He was going crazy, like, yo, the pain is right up my alley. I love it. This, that, and the third. Because I sung him a record that he would do by himself, that I can hear him on by himself. This a record that he would do.
Yeah. So
anytime I put a person on a record, it's something that fits them already. I didn't make it for them, But I do a record and I say, damn, this I know Kisser sound good on this. I've been fucking with him forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as a lot of people, I knew Raheem Devon forever and just did a record with him on Forever Do Me 8.
Yeah, 8, yeah.
You know what I mean? He on 9 too, but so it just gotta be like, it just gotta be right. That's just how I work. So Forever Do Me 9, man, it's serious. I call it the facts of life.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite from you.
Yeah, it's a serious project, and it only been out for like almost a month, you could say, and it has a big impact on just life in general. It's like it's deep.
It is
The best way to sum it up, I told my niggas in jail, is the facts of life today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so blessed to be able to still be relevant and put out content that people can relate to, old and young.
Yeah.
Female and male.
Yes.
Are you surprised by any old fans you still have?
I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted, but I'm a fan of people that's from back in the day. Cause once you music is so powerful and so impactful that you can change your motherfucking life. We changed a lot of people's life with this Tough Love album. People that could relate to what we was talking about, and people that was going through the same struggles, trials, and tribulations. So once you touch a person in that way, change their life, man, they with you forever.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? It's just like when you see Salt and Pepper, Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie, they go on tour. Them motherfuckers that like how you bought this album, they out there with the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go sing the songs with them that changed their life. And when they was in 85 and they had a 850i BMW and they was living that life, even like the Forever Do Me's, they mean so much to me. They my kids, they my babies. It's like when I listen to them, it's like going through a picture frame. You know how you go through the old pictures and you be like, damn, I was doing that. It just like you know what I'm saying? It bring a lot of memories. So when I go back and listen to 1 and 2, when I'm in 1, I was in a house. I was selling so much motherfucking weed out of this crib on Mogul Street, man.
Like 10 years ago, right?
I was selling so much fucking drugs, man, out of this fucking house. And we was fucking, cause I talk about it, you know what I'm saying? It's in the past, I was young, but we was getting it in so fucking much out of this crib, and I used to write the shit in there. Come up with the shit in there, listen to the beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just bring back, like, when I go listen to it, and in different volumes, you know, I was doing different shit in different spots and different locations doing shit. And but Mogul Street, it on the first one, you can hear it in it. It's raw. It's real raw and gritty. Even though, you know, I got my fly shit, I always talk my shit, but you could just feel it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything, like, I think my music and the way people look at my music is like, it's one thing to be a rapper, but then there's another thing to be like, you know, proactive, really doing what you talking about, and people really feel it in a different way. It's like when Jeezy came out, to me, the shit was so impactful, it was so big, and it was so D-boy. It's like some shit, raw shit that we never really got from anybody else, but it was believable, and we believed it. Like, when a motherfucker believes you got it forever. And saying all that to say this, he wasn't like the best lyricist, but some of the shit he said, it might have been simple, but it's just like, you had to be doing that shit to know that, to know certain shit. Like, I listen to a lot of rappers and they might say some shit that rhyme and about, but you could say the simplest shit to me, and I know you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of niggas that rap, they ain't gonna tell you how much a point weigh. They can't tell you, you know what I'm saying? They can't tell you how much grams is in 9 or certain things like that. You feel what I'm saying? Still grown men that I know. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, what the fuck, you was talking about all this shit? You feel what I'm saying? But so my shit, like, motherfuckers believe me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I got, that I think I got different than a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And they know that he had to really experience. He had to really, you know what I'm saying? Fuck seeing somebody else doing it and you talking about somebody else's life or whatever. That's cool. That might be good, but you know when it's like, because I get chill. I listen to a lot of different music, and I like a lot of people's music, but people that pause touch me, and like I get the chills. I get the chills from even motherfuckers performing, and I just know it's real. Like that person went through that, and he really was doing that shit. It got me.
Like everything that you're saying right now is reminding me of like feels good to be a gangster. Like listening to every single word, all the streets that you mentioned. Never been there, but I closed my eyes and I envisioned what you're saying, and the way you wrote it, it was a story that's not fiction.
Renegade. You know, it's people that will say Eminem. You know, it's people that have said Eminem got over on Jay. Yeah, but not to me. Jay talking about things that I can relate to. My lifestyle. The shit he talking about. The shit that Eminem, even though Eminem was rapping totally dope, totally good, but it's nothing that I could relate to, so I'm not really going, anything I can relate to, I'm gonna like it more.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just like with Jay and Nas, Ether, people, New York, looked at it like Nas won. Everything Jay said was facts. I got to go with that. Yeah. I like Take Over more. I'm sorry. I did like Take Over more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
But even Super Ugly, I got to go
Super
with
Ugly
facts.
was hard too, yeah.
That's just how I am. I'm a factual guy. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, rapping is rapping, but I love facts, man.
Do you miss having, do you miss having to, like, really compete with other rappers? Like, how I used to have to diss people. I don't want to bring that up, but just have to.
I think they still do it now, but
today, but it's not
different. It's different. It's like, it's fun. It's like weird. It's like dumb as shit. Like, it's like this shit. Like motherfuckers getting on the camera and talking to the camera and shit like that. Like a lot of stuff. Even the way I move now, man. We just like know better. It's just so much shit that we like came accustomed to and shit that we was around that like. We could never do the type of shit that be going on today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with me, certain ways I move, like, if I respond to something, it's going to be on my time and I'm going to get paid from that. And that's how Jay was. Like, motherfuckers was barking at him all the time, trying to get a reaction out of him and saying little shit. He did it on his time and really capitalized off of that. Way more than that person that was barking did. Because this shit is chess. It ain't checkers.
That's what's up. Thank you for that. Anything else, ladies?
You dropped mad gems on.
Whoever Do Me 10 should definitely have like some type of movie behind it. I think.
I wanna do something in between. I wanna do probably like an EP before Forever Do Me 10. I got something, an idea. It's called What About the Believers? Something I wanna do that I think would be real dope. 6-4 songs, something like that. 6, 4, 7,
and you
something
just make
like
a
that.
Promise to us?
No, I have plenty of ideas, shit going through my head every day, all day. Movies. I wanted to do a movie for 9 called 9. It would have just been crazy. It would have been super dope. That's what I do. Like, I'm a thinker. I'm a planner. Like you said, Aries, we organize, right? So,
I learned that. That'd be good.
Should write a book.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like the shit is still like
still going.
It's still going. Still going. It's gonna have to be different chapters, but it's still going, man. And I'm gonna get to that when I sit down and because it's so much. It's even so much before I even met Chris. It's so much. So much.
I got more to say.
It's so like I didn't talk about a lot of people was fucked up about my experiences and my family in DC because I ain't talk about that till 7. I ain't talk about that till 7. You got 2 State Properties albums. You got No Telling Futures, 2 Young Gunz albums, No Telling mixtapes, no Telling Forever Do Me's. I just talked about DC on
long
7.
Time, right? It was long time. That song.
That was just waiting because I heard the beat gonna pour out.
That song is
I was gonna say, was that on purpose or you just?
No, the beat always pull it out.
Yeah.
Pull it out of me. Pause.
Got anything else to say? I know Jumbo gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Forever Do Me 9. I need everybody to go download it, stream it on all digital platforms.
Shout out to social media, right?
Yeah, social media. I'm on
How did you adjust to that shift? I know that's like a deep question, but
no,
like, briefly.
on a gram I promote my brand, not my feelings.
Is it better for you?
What you mean?
As far as like before? Like you feel like, is it easier to promote your music? Is it harder?
I wouldn't.
Was it?
I wouldn't say that, because when you at the label, they promoting you with millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they promoting you with millions of fucking dollars. And it's like, I watch people with 12 million followers that can't sell 500,000 copies. So that shit smoking mirrors.
That's a fact.
That's crazy.
That
One
shit
more
smoking
question.
mirrors.
I'm sorry. You ever thought about writing for people? Ghost writing?
I did little things before, like nothing like I'm sitting down really working with somebody and writing their whole albums. I did little things all the time. I give people different shit and help and write. I don't write shit for people, but I think like it's kind of funny. Like I wrote for somebody recently. I was doing some shit for somebody that I knew, and I had to sit there and get him to tell me things about him. I asked him what he wanted to talk about on a record, and he told me the stuff that he wanted to talk about, what he been through, and I put it in the rap format for him. Because I think if I'm just all I talk about on my shit is my experiences.
You can't do it for me, right?
So it's going to be, it might be funny because like it's my story. Like it's going put, unless I'm just rapping, just having fun. Now when we talking about deep shit, and if you wanted to sound impactful as mine, it's gonna be my story.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me your shit. Like he went through some shit and he told me, you know what I'm saying, and I put it in the rap format and it came out super dope.
That's what's up.
But he had to sit there and tell me, and it was like he was feeding me, and I was just coming up with this shit super duper fast, and he just telling me like this, that, and the third, and these people, and they did this, and I just was coming up with that shit.
Thanks, man.
It's a wrap. Man. Where can everybody find your music?
All digital platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Tidal. YouTube and stuff like that. We get the most money from off Tidal, so if you got Tidal subscriptions, go to Tidal.
I heard Tidal pay good.
Yeah. Shout out to the big homie. But go get that Forever Do Me 9 and follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram at Neef_Buck. And shout out
to me 10. Too soon, right? For
yeah, and shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for having me here and giving me the platform and the opportunity to spread the Forever Do Me movement. We in the studio that I record in. Shout out to my guy Jumbo Beats, Jumbo Sound.
Shout out to the merch.
And shout out to my guy Uptown Buck. He here in the background. These are guys that hold me down. Good, genuine guys that been there for me since the days I met them. And I don't take them for granted. Good dudes, man. And it's hard to find, solid people in this time in this world today. So
100. Yeah. This is for the Love of Music podcast. This is Max.
I'm Ashley Nicole.
I'm Tina Yao.
Thank you for tuning in. We out.
Holla. Roger.
I ran the streets and was a freak while you played your position. Friends don't make it better. No, they switch up like the weather. They tell you shit to see you flip, not to see you better, not to see you happy, not to see you